Uh, During the time that I was running the patient TV channel at Children's Hospital, actually trying to get it going because it wasn't easy. We had to raise money and nobody understood what we were trying to do. But there were some people, employees, that wanted to start a employee newsletter. And I don't know if I can't remember if this was my idea or somebody suggested it, but I'm always interested in the stories that get left out of the narrative. And so I took on writing a monthly column where I would interview people in the hospital and kind of find out who they really were, not just who they were perceived to be because of their job. And the first one I did was the administrator, and she was, I don't know if she had dropped out of, she had been a nun, maybe still was, and was pretty straight and rigid, or yeah, I mean, she was a good person, but kind of tight. And I was asking her questions, trying to get past, the things that she did for her job. And at some point, I don't remember what was said, she said, you'd understand this. You're a storyteller. When I was in third grade, we had this wonderful teacher. The first day of class, she announced to us, okay, boys and girls, if you get all your work done, on Friday, I will tell you a story. Well, I mean, this was before there was television or anything, and we loved stories, and we always had our work done. Especially after that first day, she sat down that first Friday and played music like we had never heard before, and told us a story that, I mean, we'd never heard anything like this. And it was just amazing. And so every Friday our work was done. And it was a wonderful year, getting work done, being proud of that, and then hearing those great stories and music every Friday. So the end of the year, she apologized. And I still don't get why she thought she had to apologize. I suppose, she said, children, the stories I've been telling you, I love the opera. I love the opera and the music, and I couldn't figure out how else to do that in third grade except to tell you the stories and play you the music. Well, I don't understand why she thought she had to apologize. I suppose she felt like, she was doing something a little wrong by putting in something that wasn't in the curriculum, but we got our work done. Everybody, we got our work done. And years later, I was in Rome, and I had an opportunity to go to the opera. And I don't think I would have been interested because I grew up poor, and it was things like opera and theater just weren't things that my family was able to do. But I remembered that teacher. I remembered those stories, and I went to the opera and I loved it, and I've been hooked ever since. And that's the story she told me. I could add on to that, and yeah, I mean, I'm sure you know this, but whatever's written, or I say this, actors and theater people are working with memorized lines, but people that in my opinion, are really storytellers. Many stories aren't written down, but if it is written down, I mean, every time it's going to be the same story, only different, because the words facts are not always the same ones that are drawn out of the experience. But sometime after that, Elaine and I, my wife is a therapist and a storyteller, and we were in London doing some storytelling and workshops. And one of the things that they paid us with was tickets to the opera. And I had never been to the opera. I could relate. I don't know that I would have been very interested just at face value, but I remembered the administrator's story about her third grade teacher and the opera, and we went, and I loved it. And we've been, I can't say I've been hooked ever since, but we've gone to the opera a number of times because of that story.